Okay, so today I'm going to look at, is it a better time to rent or to buy in Dublin? So at the moment, you have lots of papers saying, is it better to rent, is it better to buy? You have property portals saying the same thing. It's all about timing. So if it's the right time for you to buy, for whatever reason, then that's what you look at. You can't always follow what other people are doing or what other people think. It has to be, is it right for you? But one thing that we can learn from 10 years ago is that property prices may not always stay the same. Property prices more than likely will not always rise. Interest rates will not always be at the lowest level, but we can look at, let's say, what rents were achieved back in the worst case. So in 2011, what rents were being achieved? If your mortgage was to increase by 2%, could you then afford it? If you get a mortgage based on your current salary, are you going to be tied into working in that same job for the rest of your mortgage? Or is it a thing that you can say, right, okay, well, I can afford X at the moment. No matter what happens, I can still afford X, and it'll be more than likely less than the rent I'm paying. So instead of looking at current figures and saying, typically it's €2,000 to rent a 2-bed apartment in town, well, sure, I can get a lovely house for $1,850 a month. If it's a thing that in 5 years' time, that $1,850 a month goes up to $2,300 a month for your mortgage, and the rent actually comes down to $1,700, your figures are going to be skewed. So there's more to look at than just the current time and the amount it is at the minute. I would be looking at what's the worst case scenario. So what if interest rates rose by 2%, or what if the rent was to come down, which it may well do in a couple of years to come. So there's a lot of factors to come into it. So I wouldn't just be saying at the moment, like some of the papers are saying, it's $1,800 to buy, but it's $2,000 to rent. That might not be the right option. The right option might still be to rent. So look at the evidence that's there that has went before us and try to learn the lesson, in my opinion, from 10 years ago, from what has happened.